Hi, I'm Lisa Baldacchino, and I'm a product manager here at UpGuard looking after vendor risk. In the last quarter, one of our key focuses has been on improving our risk assessment tool, making it easier and more intuitive to use. We spent time understanding how our customers conduct risk assessments, which allowed us to develop a set of features that optimize the efficiency and intuitiveness of the process. Today, I'm going to share some tips and guidelines for using our risk assessment framework. Whether you are setting up your program and conducting formal risk assessments for the first time, or seeking to scale and streamline your process, the risk assessment feature can significantly enhance the efficiency of your third-party risk management program. So I'm going to talk through the scenario of when you initially engage with a vendor or are considering engaging them for the first time. At this stage, you may or may not have had discussions with the vendor or identified a contact in their security team to collaborate with. Nonetheless, our risk assessment tool can assist you in conducting a simple risk assessment of that vendor based on their automated scanning results and publicly available security information. So let's take a look at how this works on the platform. Step 1 is selecting your evidence. This stage involves collecting all the necessary information to assess the risk level of a vendor. Even before you engage a vendor, once you're monitoring them, you gain instant access to automated scanning results that identify inherent risks in their attack surface. These results can form the basis of your initial risk assessment. Or additionally, the vendor may have publicly available trust and security pages automatically identified by the UpGuard team and assigned to your vendor. These pages may contain vital details about their privacy and security programs, along with information about certifications or security standards that they adhere to. In this example, we can skip adding any more additional evidence, such as security questionnaires and documentation, which would be included in a more detailed assessment at a later stage. So now on to step 2, managing risks. Based on the evidence that you've gathered in step 1, you'll be presented with a list of risks for your vendor. As part of the initial assessment, we recommend that during this phase, you decide which of these automated scanning risks needs to be focused on. Risks are sorted by criticality, so it's advisable to prioritise the most critical risks first. However, you may also want to address and follow up on risks of lower criticality or specific risk categories, depending on the nature of the risks and the criticality of the vendor or potential vendor. As a result of recent enhancements to the risk assessment tool, you now have the flexibility to highlight specific risks. This includes identifying risks that demand follow-up actions and those that may require further clarification or remediation from your vendor. You can provide details of recommended follow-up actions by adding comments against the relevant risk. These highlighted risks may be the ones you would likely follow up on by requesting compensating control information or remediation from your vendor once you've established your relationship with them. Moreover, you have the option to waive risks based on the level of risk posed by the vendor. For example, certain risks may not be applicable for lower-tiered vendors who do not have access to your detailed customer information. So now on to step 3, which is reviewing your risk assessment output and commentary. After reviewing and assessing the risks, you'll be able to review and edit the output of your risk assessment. Recent updates to the risk assessment template now allow you to generate a detailed assessment with pre-populated commentary at the touch of a button. This automated process leverages the results of automated scanning and risk ratings, as well as vendor information such as tiers, labels, and attributes, to produce structured and detailed commentary on the vendor's security posture. Any comments that you added and risks you highlighted in the previous step will be prominently displayed in your report, emphasising key items for follow-up and areas of focus. During this stage, you can review the assessment output and add any final, customised comments and recommendations, taking into account the nature of the relationship and the potential level of risk that that vendor poses to your organisation. So now, on completing the assessment, you have an initial point-in-time assessment for that vendor, which can serve as an action plan for your security team and be shared with your stakeholders to provide visibility of your initial assessment and recommendations, acting as an effective communication and management tool even before engaging with that vendor. We recommend using this initial assessment as a baseline for future risk management activities for that vendor, including helping you measure the effectiveness of your risk management efforts against this baseline. And this can be a great way to get started with the tool. The tool can also manage more detailed vendor assessments, which are likely to be needed once you engage the vendor, allowing you to compile information and risks from multiple data sources, including questionnaires, security certificates, and compliance reports, as well as providing a framework for you to request remediation and compensating control information for specific risks from the vendor. And that's an overview of UpGuard's risk management framework. By performing regular risk assessments using this framework, you can ensure a comprehensive and shared understanding of your vendor's security posture, allowing you to track changes over time and establish a successful, measurable, and scalable risk management program. I hope that you found this information valuable. But if you have any questions, please reach out to your account manager or via the Q&A. Thank you.